Hey guys, it's Running Kimono, and in today's video, we're going to talk about two things: couponer burnout and being a broke couponer. And you're like, well, what? Wait, what? This is a different kind of video today, and I think this is stuff that really needs to be addressed. I watched a very moving video yesterday by Savings with Shay. I will leave the link for her video at the very end if you wish to watch it, and she really hit on some valid points on being a broke couponer. So Shay's been on a coupon break for the last couple of weeks. You know, she has a very young family, and needed a break. And sometimes there's a lull and there's a wave in couponing where certain weeks things are really popping at one store, and then the next week the next couple of weeks it can really slow down. If you take Meyer for an example, it's been really slow pretty much for the entire winter, and then the last couple of weeks there's been some fire deals. But specifically, what is a broke couponer? It's essentially somebody who overspends to get deals. And Shay was saying that she belongs to various coupon groups on Facebook, and that sometimes there are girls who will spend $7 to get a $1 rebate on Ibotta, and she's like, wait, what? She explains it so much better, but I see that a lot too because I get a lot of direct messages, and unless it's something that you absolutely use and that dollar rebate is like worth it to you, unless I can get something for free or a moneymaker, like I wouldn't do it. But these are the growing pains too when you're first starting out. When we're all first starting out, you're going to overpay because you're really not sure of what you're doing. But if you can really pay attention and really be super observant, you can certainly get some great deals. To add up a couple of talking points here, Shay says it, and I agree 100%, that you should never overspend on items, especially when you're out there couponing. Always set up a budget of how much you want to spend per week. But if you're spending every week like $50 at CVS or Rite Aid or whatever the store might be to get like $25 of bonus cash, you have to really realize that you're spending $50 cash or $25. Yes, you are getting back your extra care bucks, but it's just one of those things, like, is it really worth it? And you have to make that decision. If you're out there buying diapers because you have a baby that's like going through the diapers every week, hey, that's totally worth it. But if you're buying a case of Pert shampoo just because, and you're not going to be able to use, the 27 bottles that you're hauling every single week, you might have to pump the brakes on some deals and don't overspend, like just getting an Ibotta rebate to get an Ibotta rebate, unless you're getting something a lot more out of it. Always buy stuff when it's on sale or on some sort of promotion with the coupons and rebates. Once you can line stuff up like that, if you ever watch like my Ibotta, Meijer, Walgreens, Rite Aid, when I try to line that stuff up to get it for nothing, that's when you can get stuff really on the cheap. And I'm always going to say to just wait for these deals to show up. Like right now, if you just started couponing and you have no hand soap in your stockpile, you might have to get creative and buy something with your extra care bucks, or buy something at Walmart with like a gift card from Ibotta or something like that. Do something like that and just wait for a sale and then pounce on it with coupons and rebates for like hand soap. And every couple of weeks there's a deal for hand soap, or every month or other month. It works in cycles that every 3 months everything is always back on sale, if you've been paying attention at all. And just always be patient. I think sometimes that when you first get swept up in the hype of couponing, you want everything in your stockpile and you want your stockpile to be stocked right away. And that might take, I'm going to say a year to really build a diverse stockpile. And I know there are going to be people in the comments that are going to say the counterintuitive thing of what I'm saying, and they'll be like, well, you can get all of that in 2 weeks. Because you know what? I've posted this before on Instagram, and that's the comments that I always get. People are always like, you're wrong. I got all of that in 2 days. And I'm like, well, how much did you pay? And then that started the conversation, and the lady stopped. But if you really want to get stuff for free or very inexpensive, it would probably take a year to get like everything for your home. This is a shot of my stockpile room in the basement. And a lot of people see this and they're like, well, that's coupon goals. I want that. I want that. I want that. But you got to want stuff that you need in your household and that works specifically for you. And this is a couple snapshots for old schoolers. Do you guys remember this product? It's called Tide Multi-Purpose Oxy. I don't believe they sell this anymore. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But they used to sell these big tubs, and I think it was the summer of 2014. There was a buy one, get one free coupon on this product. And I think every warehouse that had Tide, this is the one item that couponers were taking so much of, and there was nothing left, and it was next to impossible to track this stuff down. It was really hard to find. And I think Target had like buy two get a $10 gift card, and back then they used to have this button on their cash registers called the K1, so the balance of what the coupon was worth, you would get it off of your order. So it was totally free. I think at the time I maybe got like 10 of these bottles. I was traveling to a Target to track some down because I really wanted some. I mean, it was probably stupid couponing back then, but I have 3 remaining and I'm going to be giving them away pretty soon to a family member. But yeah, it's one of those things that sometimes you get so swept up into things and you're like, I really want that. I really want that. And you're like, is it really worth it though? And this has been in my basement for what, 5 years now, and there's 3 containers that are sealed. The product is still like loose and stuff because I shaked it around, but like, did I really need that much? Probably not. But it's just I got it because I got swept up in the hype, and everybody was talking about it. There was a warehouse for Tide, and it got completely swept out. Like, I think the hardest place to find this was in Hawaii. And there were only a couple warehouses that had it. At the time, I had a couple friends in Hawaii, and like about only 4 or 5 couponers found it all, and it was like impossible. And I know that a lot of ladies in the Detroit area, like, they swept it out of Targets really quickly, and then it was really hard to find. But I did find some at Walmart, and then I did find some actually at Target too, so it was great. And I got 10 of them, and here it is 5 years later. I still have 3 left. This is something I needed to get, like the zombie apocalypse amount of like 10. Probably not, because I don't even really use this. I use it sometimes if like I have to clean running shoes, but I've had 1 container for the last 5 years, and I probably have like half of it used. Another thing that I went really hard on, and I don't even know why, were these Airwicks holiday sprays. They were at the Dollar Tree. There was a dollar blinky. This is like another 5 year ago deal, and a friend of mine sent me a bunch of coupons, and I got like 20 or 30 of these for free. And then you spray it and it smelled like plasticine, and I'm like, why did I go so hard? Oh, because it was free. It was tax. I can't pass this deal. But in retrospect, it took a lot of room in my stockpile. I think I donated all of this to a charity. I just gave it all away. But it was something that like I bought, and then I was like, why did I buy this? You have that V8 moment, and you're like, I really didn't need it, but it took up a lot of room, and it was just there, and it was like, oh, why did I do this? But thankfully, I donated every last tube, and there were some happy people that got it, and it didn't smell like enchanted holiday. It smelled like plasticine, and I was like, ugh. But it's one of those things, again, I got swept up in the hype, and it happened to me when I was starting out, and now I am like super, super particular between Airwick and Febreze all the way. You're going to start becoming really picky too about the brands that you want the more you do this, and I would only go with the P&G line, which is Febreze, because I think it's of a higher quality. Just my opinion, though. I also like Glade. Okay, another photo I get a lot of comments on is this balance end of it. To build your paper, I mean, if you can find some really like a hot deal, track down some coupons, you could probably build this really quickly. You guys have seen me haul paper, and sometimes I can get a lot at once, which is always great. But this is one thing that if you can find the room in your home, paper never expires. So definitely stock up on this because it never goes out of fashion. You always need toilet paper. It's like one of those things that, you literally flush down the toilet. So it's always great to have an abundance of. So this is one thing that I will always try and find room and stock up on. So it is the exception. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about burnout. So burnout, couponer burnout. I get a lot of people who message me sometimes and they're like, I really want to do the deals this week, but I am just really tired. I'm tired of running out to the store. I'm tired of clipping my coupons. The deals are just not there for me, and I'm just feeling like burnt out. And does this happen to people? Yes. Sometimes you just get so exhausted of the hustle and the bustle and trying to be at a store at a certain time and trying to find the exact product that you need. And it can just be entirely too much, and it is okay to take a break. Do you need to chase every single deal? The answer to that is no. If it's an item that you don't use, like, incontinence diapers or like an Ensure drink for a senior citizen, unless you're actually going to use it, donate it, resell it, or something like that, I don't think you really need it. And you have to really create your stockpile custom of stuff that you need. If you're a young mom with kids and diapers, maybe you need to really focus on baby stuff. If you are like a beauty queen and you really love makeup, focus on the makeup deals over at CVS or Rite Aid. You know, you really have to augment your stockpile for you. You don't just look at someone's stockpile and say, well, I need everything that she has in her stockpile just because. Because if you do that, you're just going to be like chasing your tail. And if you don't have the exact same stores, it might be almost impossible to recreate a stockpile if you just like you're working off of a photo or you think that's what you need. Because you might be getting a lot of stuff that you're never going to use. Like look at that Oxy that I was just showing you in the slide previous. Like I still have like 3 containers stacked and they're going to be donated because like I certainly can't use all of that. And really, what I can stress the most here, guys, is do these deals at your own pace. If it means going out to the store once a week, that's cool. If you have time to go every single day, go for it. I think couponing is a very addictive hobby because once you see the sales and the stuff that you can amass on the cheap, especially if you do it the right way, you could probably be at the store every single day. And sometimes it's really nice to take a break and try not to compare yourself to others. Just because you watch somebody's videos or follow somebody on Instagram or Facebook and you see their monster hauls and you're like, I want that, I want that, I want that. Do it on your own speed, because just because I have like 100 things of Tide in my stockpile doesn't mean that you need as much, you know, Tide or Windex or whatever the product might be. So just take it slow, take it at your pace. It is always okay to take a break if you want the Memorial Day holiday off. That's totally cool. The deals will always come and go. Hopefully there's been a lesson or a story between the lines that's resonated with a couple of you. Please check out Shay's video. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.